Yes, good evening. Hoping you are doing good this evening, the 4th of February 2026. So it's on a chilly Wednesday. Hoping you are enjoying it. Yeah, so I've received a lot of requests from my team that you need the basics, the core basics of the Deriv market. Okay, yeah, and many people just understand Deriv. They don't understand the core basics. They just follow some strategy. Maybe they saw somewhere, but they don't know why they are executing that strategy. They don't know how Deriv, what the market offers and how it works. Okay, so I'll talk about the Deriv in general. I'll talk about the basics. Then we'll move to the strategies, and then we'll move to how to set a bot, and then finally we'll move on how to follow patterns in Deriv. Uh, First thing, you need to understand that there's something many people confuse. Deriv isn't just a platform. Isn't just a platform. Deriv is a broker, okay? It's a broker which allows you to partake the foreign exchange market. You can deposit your cash and then gain access to the foreign exchange market. That's forex. Okay. Yeah. So Deriv, I've just told you that it's a broker. So one thing you need to understand about Deriv offers its own binary market, or it offers its own market, okay, the binary option. So the first thing you need to understand about Deriv, their market, they are computerized. It's not a real time market, okay. Yeah. And then news cannot affect the politics and so on and so forth. This is just a computerized market which runs 24/7, okay, 365 days, not like forex which runs 24/5. And it has a normally session in a session. So the first thing you need to understand, in Deriv we don't have sessions. The second thing, this Deriv market normally mimics the real time foreign exchange market. Another thing you need to understand is that this Deriv market, yeah, it's a random generated number. So you can't control any outcome in this Deriv. Yeah, it's just for you to execute your plan, and then you wait for the results. Yeah. So one thing many people confuse with is that Deriv offers its own market, but remember, they are computer generated markets. They don't follow the real time market like forex, where real manipulation happens. Yeah, you can find the big boys. Yeah, the big boys, those are the institution, the banks. They normally manipulate the market, but once you come to Deriv, it's just a computerized market which runs on algorithm. Yeah. Okay. Now let's proceed. Now, once you have understood that Deriv is a broker which offers its own market, computer-generated market, that, that's the binary option. So, just like any other broker, a broker must offer you a demo account, okay, a demo wallet, okay. So, a demo wallet normally works like this. So, you normally have a high number of demo USD, the demo coins, okay, for practicing. You normally use those coins to practice whatever maybe you learned, because you can't use your real account. At the end, you will lose your money, and then you will start saying that the Deriv is a scam. So you must understand that it normally offers you simulated cash, where you normally use it to practice whatever maybe you will learn maybe somewhere, or maybe whatever you are learning. So a demo wallet, it's just, no, don't confuse a demo wallet with a demo wallet with a demo account, and a real account with a demo account. As another difference, there's no difference between a demo and a real. The only difference is the amount of cash in the demo and the real. So just understand that, because the digit yenye itaguzwa kwa demo is the same digit that itaguzwa kwa real. Let's say we have this person A who is trading with a real account, and we have this person B who is trading with a demo account, and they are taking the same contract, okay, or the same market. Maybe the over under, maybe they are taking the under 6. So the digit that the demo user will hit is the same digit that the real user will hit. The user with a real account will hit. Okay, so make sure you understand that. That's something that may make many people be confused about this. Another thing, a demo account, what we normally say about this demo account, you find many people when you are practicing, hauna ile emotions. There are no emotions attached to this demo account, because at the end you'll reset the account, the amount, and then you continue. So what normally make people say that a demo account and a real account, they are different. It's just that in a demo account they are not serious as much as they can be in a real account. Okay, so that's the difference. So in a demo account, there are no emotions attached to this simulated cash. This $10,000, because at the end you'll just reset and then you continue with whatever you'll be doing. There's no you ain't serious with it. You ain't serious with it because there is no risk management. Whatever, you are not gaining anything at the end. So that's what make people say that a demo account is different compared to a real account. Whereas a real account, many people normally have emotions attached to those cash, and that's why I normally tell people, once you have deposited your cash, okay, make sure there are no emotions attached to it. Trade like it's a leisure. Trade like you're trading a demo account. Don't uh, don't uh, uh, don't have any emotion, because at the end you will make some blowing, and you will not like it. So a real account and a demo account, no difference. Okay, these are just wallets where one has a lot of cash where you can practice with it, and then this one you use your real money where now you will gain whatever maybe you wanted. Okay, another thing, let's proceed to the next thing. We have talked about the demo, we have talked about the real. Now let's proceed to this CFDs. We normally call them contract for differences. So we are not interested in this. We are not interested with this in any way. Now let's move to the options. Now here is where we'll find every market, each and every market that we'll be trading here in the Deriv. So the binary options, now here is where you will find the different markets and everything. So let's begin. So once you have pressed the options, you will come here to the trade sector, the trade. Okay. Okay. Once you have done that, the next thing. So let's wait for it to load. Now we proceed to the next point. Yeah, so let's wait. We'll just give it time. Yeah, because it takes time to load. So make sure you understand this. I'll be releasing it in sections, and I know at the end many people will have learned something new. Okay, so let's use I don't have the demo. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so after you have pressed the options, now this is the interface. Now here is where you will find everything that we will be trading. Okay, now here is what we'll be finding. You will find here this section kumeandikwa volatility 101s. That's just one of the indices that will, the asset that will be gonna be predicting the volatilities. And then there is jump index. We'll be using it as well, but I'll talk about them later. Now let's proceed to here to the trade types. We have different trade types in the Deriv, because they can't offer they can't offer just one trade type, because remember, they must make sure each and every trader is satisfied. Okay, yeah, so they can't offer just one trade type. They must offer different trade type. No, the trade type that will sort you all or will make you feel like you good in this Deriv, you'll just choose one of them. You'll find there are many of them, so you'll just choose one, two, three, or four, or maybe all. Yeah, it depends on how good you have mastered these trade types. Okay, so the first thing, we'll be talking about four types, four trade types. We'll only be dealing with four trade types. Those are the trade types that I normally dwell on. Yeah. Okay, so so you must understand the trade type, and you must understand the difference between these trade types and this volatility. You must understand the differences. Okay, yes. So first thing, you must understand that there's something we call asset. Let's take forex as an example, the foreign exchange. So the assets, which assets move in the foreign exchange market? The currencies, the currency pairs. Okay, the currency pairs and your assets pale forex. So those are the assets. Make sure you understand. So the assets in the foreign exchange market in the forex is the currency pair. Maybe Euro USD, GBP USD, JPY, USD JPY, and so on and so forth. So those are the assets. Okay. Remember, I told you at first when I started this particular class, I said that this Deriv normally mimics the real-time market, the forex, just a mimic. It's just that these markets are computerized. Okay, so what are the assets that we'll be dealing with when trading the trade types that I'll tell you? So, what are the assets that we'll be looking at so that you can predict the movement of that asset? So, it takes us to another point, to this prediction. So, these trade types, it's all about prediction. Let me use, wacha nitumie Kiswahili kidogo. Hizi trade types, it's the prediction, it's not the market movement. It's not the assets movement. It's the prediction of how the market will behave in a particular, maybe minutes or ticks. I'll talk about that. So first thing you need to understand, these trade types. Once you come to these trade types, you are just predicting. You are not. This is not the real market. You are just predicting. This is the prediction. Now, let me talk about the trade types that we'll be dealing with, or the predictions that we'll be dealing with. So the first prediction is the rise and fall. Here, under ups and downs, we'll be dealing with rise and fall. That's the first one. And remember, I told you there are four. So we start with the rise and fall. And then the second one, we'll go under digits. Under digits. So we'll just be predicting digits, okay? Yeah, it's just about prediction. Okay, so we'll be predicting matches differ, even, odd, and over under. They add up to 4. So we'll be having rise and fall. The next one will be having matches differ. The third one will be having even, odd, and the fourth one will be having over under. That's just a prediction. Make sure you understand that part clearly. It's just a prediction. Okay, this is just a prediction. Now what are we predicting? What are we predicting? Now we are predicting the assets movement. Okay, yes. Now we are done with that prediction. I said we'll be dealing with rise and fall, matches differ, even, odd, and over under. So I've just explained about that. Now let's proceed to the next point. Now, which are the assets that will be predicting this market? The assets that are moving. Remember, in order for us to predict this movement, there must be something moving. In order for you to predict Euro USD will go up or down, there must be something moving. That is the Euro and that is the US dollar. You can't predict something that ain't moving. So you come here under this volatility. Now these are the assets that we're predicting. Now this is the market movement. Okay, just like the forex, they can't offer you just one asset like Euro USD. They give you just one pair for you to be predicting. They can't. You must have Euro USD, GBP USD, and so on and so forth. There are so many pairs. Okay, yes. So the volatility, I just told you this is a mimic. And ukiingia forex unasikiaga wanasema these pairs, there are certain pairs that the volatility is very high. Let's say like gold. Gold is a commodity, but let me just use that as an example. Maybe you compare gold to the US dollar. Okay, so you tend to find that that pair is normally volatile. So volatility is the asset price movement unpredictably or randomly. Like this asset inaweza move aggressively. Inaweza move aggressively. Sawa? Yes. So like it's the assets movement. So unapataga the higher the volatility, the higher the risk here. The market can inaweza kugeuzia. Sawa? So the volatility, now these are the assets that we'll be predicting. And you will find that these volatilities, their movement hazifanani. Sawa? The structure yenye iko kwa volatility 10-1s is not the same structure that we'll find in the 15-1s. The structure that we'll find in volatility 10 index is not the same structure that we'll find in 25 index, and so on and so forth. So make sure you understand that. Another thing, we normally use this particular volatility indices. I'll talk about them once we continue. So first thing first, we'll be using the volatility with the 1s, meaning that, remember I told you this is a random generated number. Yeah, so we are predicting the last digit of that price movement, okay, or of that asset's movement. So in this volatility 1s, it means that the last price that is being generated in this particular volatility index, okay, is being generated after 1 second. So ukihesabu 1 second, one digit in a formula. Ukihesabu another second, one digit in a formula. So that's about the volatility with the 1s. Now let's proceed to the volatility with the plain index. So this volatility, it normally means that one digit is being generated after 2 seconds. So ukihesabu sekunde mbili, a digit is being formed. Ukihesabu sekunde mbili, a digit is being formed, and you will find that that volatility, it's slow. It's slower compared to this volatility with 1s. So that's why you'll be finding that we'll be using the volatility with the 1s. So make sure you don't mistake with that. Okay, so that's the another thing. So you must understand that volatility is the assets movement. Now this asset movement is what we'll be predicting using this trade type. Okay, so you just come here to, maybe let's say, rise and fall. Let's use rise and fall as an example. So now this volatility is what now we'll be predicting. Make sure you understand. Now this rise and fall is the prediction. This volatility is the assets movement. Okay, yeah, I think we're good up to there. So you have understood about the volatility. You have understood about why we normally use these volatilities. You have understood about the trade types, and you have understood about the demo and the real. So that's the first part. Make sure you follow up to the end, and make sure you don't miss any part, because the next part now I'll be talking about these trade types, how we predict them, because we'll be predicting this. So how we normally predict the rise and fall, the matches differ, the even odd, how they work, and then we'll be proceeding day by day. So the first day, I think I've cleared about the first basics. So make sure you understand those basics so that we proceed to the next point. So have a good day. Make sure you follow everything, and maybe if you won't understand anything, there's a link in the TikTok bio. Just go click and join the community, and then you just DM the admin, and then I'll explain to you further. So have a good day. Make sure you take care. Make sure you follow everything, and all will be well. Let's meet tomorrow for the same concept. So have a good day.